Good morning, grade 11, and welcome back again with a new lecture of the distance learning about the completion of the poem As a Googled by Langston Hughes. We finished almost of the elements you would use in the analytical essay in the last two sessions. Today, inshallah, we are going over the last part of the analysis and the summary of this poem. This session will be on the summary and the analysis. As I said before, you should use the summary in the analytical essay as a hint for the reader to understand what you are going to talk about. What you are writing is to apply what was happening in the poem to what was happening in his era. It means that you will make a qualified analytical essay. Today, inshallah, we are going to go over the summary, as I said, and also the analysis, but before going through them, you will listen to the poem once more.
It was a long time ago. I have almost forgotten my dream. But it was there then, in front of me, bright like a sun, my dream. And then the wall rose slowly, slowly, between me and my dream. Rose until it touched the sky. The wall. Shadow. I am black. I lie down in the shadow. No longer the light of my dream before me. Above me. Only the thick wall. Only the shadow. My hands. My dark hands. Break through the wall. Find my dream. Help me to shatter this darkness. To smash this night. To break this shadow, into 1,000 lights of sun, into 1,000 whirling dreams of sun.
Okay, here is the poem, and you know some of the theme and the tone and the imagery for the last sessions, and we know that the whole theme of the poem is about the objection of the poet against the oppression and the humiliation, discrimination of the white people against the black people in America. The summary of the poem is: the speaker starts by describing a dream he used to have a long time ago that he has sincerely forgotten. It means that he had this dream while he was a child, and by the time goes on, he nearly forgot that dream. But back then, however, it was right in front of him, bright like a sun dream. A wall rose up slowly between the speaker and his dream. So when he was a child, he had a dream, and he was insisting to achieve this dream. But by the time goes on, he found a great wall put by the white people against them. It means that he was prevented from achieving his dream because of the metaphorical wall by the white people against them because they are black. It rose and rose until it touched the sky. The wall is a shadow, and he was stuck in this shadow for a long time. The speaker proclaims, "I am black." He lies down in the shadows, which prevented the light of the dream from shining on him. All he can see is the thick wall and the shadow. So he had a dream, and he was insisting on achieving his dream, but the white people put a great wall, a great metaphorical wall between him and his dream. He mentioned his black hands to go through or to smash or to destroy this metaphorical wall to be able to achieve his dream. So here, what he could see was the thick wall put by the white people against the black that era. He cries, "My hands, my dark hands." He wants to break through the wall and find his dream. So he wanted to go through the metaphorical wall by the white people to find his dream or to achieve his dream. He wants to break apart the darkness and smash the light. So he wanted to smash the light. He wanted to find his dream, and he wanted to smash the light, also smash the darkness, smash the obstacles put by the white people in America. He wants that shadow to break apart into 1,000 lights of sun. He wanted to break this wall, metaphorical wall, into pieces of lights of sun and 1,000 whirling dreams of sun. He wanted to achieve his dream. However, he had a lot of obstacles or troubles or hindrances in his society. What about the analysis of this poem? As I Grew Older contains a narrative about struggle and empowerment that shares thematic similarities with Dreams and Harlem. So here it contains a narrative about the struggle and empowerment that shares thematic similarities with Dreams and Harlem. In the beginning of the poem, the speaker recalls a dream he had long ago and had nearly forgotten, but now he can see it ahead of him once more. So he had a dream while he was young and he forgot it by the time goes on because of the wall put by the white people, but again he found this dream in front of him once more. This is fairly straightforward symbolism. The speaker represents all African Americans who had to relinquish their dreams due to the pervasive discrimination and persecution in early 20th century American society. He was referring to the people who forgot their dreams as well because of the discrimination and the humiliation of the white people against them in the American society, and he was trying to refresh the dream once more to be achieved nowadays or those days after getting a lot of strength to go through the darkness and to smash the lights, also the blocks put by the white people. African American children may have experienced a few brief years of blissful ignorance, like the speaker. Yes, ignorance. The speaker ignored his dream for a while because of the humiliation and discrimination of the white people, and he was describing the children those days that they are ignorant also to this discrimination or humiliation. But they all eventually became aware of their status as second-class citizens, a wall of injustice that rises up to gradually block the sunlight. So now he's just trying to defend on his dream and advise the children to go through their dream or try to achieve their dream anyway, and to try to ignore the metaphorical wall put by the white people. Just because the wall has risen up, though, it does not mean that the dream ceases to exist. He said that, however, the wall is very high, but also you can achieve your dream as also because your dream is stronger than this wall. You have rights and you have to defend on your rights. The speaker simply cannot see it anymore. Hughes deliberately uses the symbol of a shadow as a way to actualize his character's blackness, because the speaker's race is the barrier that is keeping him from achieving his dream. Here he's talking about the wall, that the wall is just the only obstacle that prevent him from achieving his dream, and this wall or this obstacle is the humiliation or discrimination of the white people. When the narrator describes a lion hidden in the shadows, Hughes invokes Ralph Ellison's depiction of the African-American narrator in Invisible Man. It's a very important point here, and this page and the following page, because it talks about the allusion in his work. 1952. I am an invisible man. No, I am not spook like those who haunted Edgar Allan Poe, nor am I one of your Hollywood movie ectoplasms. I am a man of substance, of flesh and bone, fiber and liquids, and I might even be said to possess a mind. I am invisible, understand, simply because people refuse to see me. Here he is defending on himself. He was saying that, or he said that he's here. The people should see him. He is a human being. He's clear. You should not pay attention to the color of my skin. I am still a human being. You should take care of me. We should cooperate with each other to build our society. I am here. I am. You should see me. I am a substance of flesh and bone, fiber and liquids. He's defending on himself of being a human being. We should pay attention to this. As the poem progresses, though, the speaker's listlessness and apathy turns into determination and vigor, creating a shift of energy. So as the poem goes on, he shows how powerful he is, his energy, his great strength to defend his rights as a human being, and he should be treated as a human being. The speaker forcefully commands his dark hands to break through the wall so he can access his dream. He is no longer willing to let it languish beyond his grasp. He wants to shatter this darkness and smash this night. What he wants is just to smash the night, to smash the wall, to smash the obstacles or troubles put by the white people against them. He's just defending being himself, of being a human being. He wanted to be existing in his society. He can affect the society, and the society can affect him. He uses this violent language to show that the speaker is suddenly empowered and feels no equivocation or anxiety about what he must do. He's very powerful to change the reality. He's powerful to achieve his dream. However, there are a lot of troubles or obstacles put by the white people. The concluding image is fantastic, as the speaker imagines the shadow breaking apart into thousands of fragments of sunlight and liberating the whirling dreams of sun. By confronting the obstacle, the speaker has found his voice and his purpose. This is the potential allusion to the Greek myth of Icarus. So here he feels, or he wanted to transfer to the reader, that he is very powerful to change the reality and to find his way against the humiliation and discrimination of the white people against him. There is a great allusion here of Icarus. Icarus was tantalized by the brilliance and glory of the sun and built himself waxing wings to fly there. However, his excitement caused him to fly much too close. His wings melted and he plummeted into the sea. Although there is a risk inherent in the speaker's decision to shatter the thick wall, the largely affirmative tone of the second half of the poem seems to suggest that even if he fails, there is spiritual value in possessing the self-realization to grasp for a dream that might be out of reach. So here he insisted on achieving his dream. However, there are a lot of troubles, but there is also optimism here. He can achieve his dream, and if there is no optimism, he will give it a try to the success of this victory, of this war, I guess. So here he said that he is very powerful and he can smash the light, smash the darkness. He can defend on himself against the humiliation and discrimination of the white people against him in his society in America.